What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to tutorial 14, and today I'll be going to talk about how to create security group using Boto3 from Python. In the last tutorial we have seen how to describe security group, and the reason I already discussed why I created the description tutorial first. Why not the creation of the security group was the first tutorial for the security groups. So the reason was that let me just reiterate again. So whenever we created some VPCs, so the VPCs will by default come along with some sort of security group. So just try to avoid that confusion. I just created that tutorial first, but in this tutorial I'll be going to show you guys how to create security group. This is going to be very simple tutorial, so just stay tuned with me. So I'll be going to write few pieces of code, and definitely that will going to help you to understand what is actually happening and what are the things required whenever you are going to create, or whenever you are having some sort of requirement of creating security group using Python. Okay, so again, we definitely you need, if you are watching this thing for the first time, don't just start writing code from your Jupyter notebook or any IDE whatever you are using. Definitely you need to install Boto3, and for that definitely you have to have Python. Then only pip install will work, and after that you have to install AWS CLI, and for both of the cases you have to install pip. And all this like steps whatever we are going to discuss in this slide are already covered in the tutorial 1 or the first video from the same playlist. If someone is watching our channel for the first time, it's highly recommend you guys to go and search for the tutorial 1, and there everything was explained in detail. And actually I did kind of a live installation, so it will be definitely easier for you guys to understand. So next prerequisite is how to create IAM user. Definitely you need an IAM user. So IAM user will give you some sort of like mechanism where you can access your AWS services programmatically using some sort of account. So account user ID and password will not be used. We'll be going to use access ID and the secret key. So first of all you have to log into the AWS console, then search for AWS IAM service, then create the user, then give programmatic access, then give admin access, then you have to just save everything. You will get access ID and secret key. So this is the high level steps. So once this is done, then you have to use your access ID and secret key whatever you got from the previous step, and you have to configure the AWS CLI. So CLI configuration is not described in this slide because I have already told you, as I told you, that in the first tutorial we have already discuss this thing, and actually not discuss, we have performed this thing kind of a demo oriented mode. So I perform every steps one by one, and after that we actually completed the whole prerequisite setup. So please go ahead and watch the tutorial 1. Definitely it will help you to understand what are the prerequisite and how to do all those things. Okay, so once this is done, you are ready actually to run all the codes or whatever codes you are going to do with your AWS services, or you just want to do some sort of read operation or delete operation, whatever. So what is security group? I already discussed this thing in the last tutorial, so let me just reiterate everything. The security group is actually giving you some sort of virtual firewall within your VPC. So VPC is a virtual network. So within the virtual network, if you want to just control your traffic or inbound traffic or outbound traffic, then you should have a security group. So security group is going to give you that sort of benefit, so that you can like track or control or do whatever thing depending on your requirement, like whether you want to block any inbound traffic for a specific port or specific IP address, or if you want to block any outbound traffic from here to outside for a specific IP address, whatever things you are planning to do, definitely you must have to use security group. If you don't know what is security group and you are not familiar with this thing, then the networking will not be going to AWS networking is not going to be easy for you. So understand the AWS networking, you have to understand all these small and very basic components. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that because this is not that tutorial. So first use case for today's topic will be how to create security groups. And how to create security group means I'm not going to pass any argument or keyword argument. I'm just going to create a simple security group. Let's see how it is possible. Okay, so let me open my code. So this is tutorial 14. So what I'll do, I'll just create some rows, then let me write tutorial 14, and I'll write how to create security groups using Boto3 from Python. Okay, so once this is done, heading cool. Okay, so let me just minimize this thing, and we'll see in the management console. If you see, let me check, how to find security group. If you go to your management console, then you will search for VPC, and inside the VPC there is a special option called security group. Here you will go. So for our case, we all have this. We have all of this security group. I think we already discussed this thing in the last tutorial, because we did a did a description tutorial how to describe your security group. So now if you see, we have this 4 security group. Now we want to create one more. So how to create that? Okay, so that we will see. So first thing, import Boto3. Okay, then let's create one client object and assign this to a variable. Okay, client equals to Boto3 dot client, type will be EC2. Okay, then we'll write client dot create underscore security group. Okay, so we'll see what are the mandatory things required. Okay, so if you see here, we need description, we need group name, we need VPC ID. Okay, and out of that, description is only required. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just give this 2 things. Okay, group name and description. Okay, so like this. So description, I'll put tutorial 14, demo for tutorial 14. So we'll give one name to this security group. So tutorial 14 underscore Boto3. So let's run this thing. If I get a response with the valid security group ID, it means everything works fine. Okay, so let me run this thing. So see, I got a group ID, so it means our request actually succeed, and also we got a response of 200. It means everything was successful. Okay, so let me re-verify this thing from here actually. Okay, so let me refresh this thing, so we'll get one more security group here. So let me refresh. See, I got this thing. So let me create this thing. So I got tutorial 14 Boto3. So tutorial 14. So why there is a 1 in security group name? So probably I did a mistake. So what we'll do, let me check. Yes, in the group name I by mistake put 1. So that is why it came like this. Tutorial 1 security group ID I got the description as demo for tutorial 14. Demo for tutorial 14. So what will happen now, if I just go back, see here, where is the security group? This is security group. This security group actually assigned to the default VPC. If you do not assign anything, it will be assigned to a default VPC. So this is a new learning for all of you guys. Those are actually coming from AWS. For them this is definitely normal, but those are actually coming from non-AWS background, just wanted to do something with the Python and automation. For them definitely it is a new one, because this is a default VPC, and it is this security group is actually associated with the default VPC. So now what we will do, we'll try to create a security group, and where actually from the code actually we'll mention in which VPC I want to assign or I want to associate this security group. So that is the next part. So if you go here, so let me just I need to actually copy the code. I forgot that. Okay, so let me minimize this thing. Well, so next picture from file. Okay, here actually, okay, right? Okay, so next tutorial, how to create security group associated with let me just give me some time, I need to fix this thing. Okay, security associated with VPC. So here what you have to do, you have to mention like which VPC I want to associate this security group. So for that what we'll do, we'll just open this thing. Okay, so let me copy this thing here. Okay, write this thing, how to create security group associated with specific VPC. using Boto3 from Python. So that's it, heading done. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll write client, same thing, create underscore security group. So now what I'll do, I'll just mention the this thing, the group ID. So let me just do this thing. So what I will do, I'll just mention this VPC ID as well. So I will copy this thing until this part. Okay, so like this. Okay, so here I will write description demo use case 2. This is the second use case, that is I'm just giving you to demo use case 2 for tutorial 14. Group name also tutorial 14. So this is demo underscore use underscore case 2. I'm just giving you a name, and in the VPC ID I have to mention the VPC ID. That's it. So suppose I want to assign this thing with this VPC, okay, which is end with this one, E14. Okay, so let me just write this thing here. Let me remove this thing. So again I will run this thing or execute this thing. If I get a response of 200, and also I will be getting, if I am getting one like VPC, sorry, security group ID, it means our request actually completed successfully. So it's working. I got a 200 response and I got a group ID. Okay, so group ID actually ends with 6763. So let me open this thing. So you'll see the group ID 67 ends with 6763 or not, we'll find that. So this is a group ID 6763. so see, it is also VPT ID E14. so E14, this is also associated with this one. Now I click this thing, see the security group name tutorial 14 demo use case 2, then the description is demo use case 2 for tutorial 14. So this is very simple, guys. So now you understand what I did. So let me just reiterate this thing, but before that let me just copy the whole thing actually. Okay, so insert from here, from picture, right? Cool. Okay, so it's done. Let me save this thing, let me close this thing. Everything is done. So let me just explain the code one more time. Maybe I'll take just 1 minute of time, but that's it. Okay, so here actually what is happening, I'll be just going to assign one VPC ID so that the security group should not be assigned to a default VPC. So what I did, I just use this keyword argument VPC ID, and inside that keyword argument I gave one VPC ID from the console. Okay, and after that the rest of the things are same description and group name, and if your request is successful you will get this thing and that thing. So ultimately you will get the whole thing, but you want to understand that whether it is working fine or not. Sometime response is 200 but nothing happens, so that time you will not get this thing. Okay, so that is why it is very important that whatever resources are you are going to create in response, you definitely get a like ID of that object. Okay, see the group ID. Okay, so next thing is this one. This is also the first use case. This is very much simple. We don't have to pass any special keyword argument. We just pass description and the group name, and that's it. It is actually created one VPC, but just because I haven't mentioned any associated like VPC ID, so that is why this group will be, or this group was actually created and associated with the default VPC. So in the future also, if you have some sort of requirement where you want to assign or associate your security group to a special VPC, then you have to mention that. If you don't want to mention, or if your requirement is to only map that VPC security group to a default VPC, then just leave this thing like this. No need to mention any VPC ID. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's it for today. We'll see you in the next video. But before I conclude or end this session, guys, I'll request all of you to provide some sort of feedback or your comments in the comment section, so that I'll actually understand that how actually this video is creating impact on all of your daily business or your daily life, whether you are a student or searching for jobs, or whether you are already working, you need some assistance, or whether you want to switch your like domain, or want to upscale yourself in the field of AWS or automation or Python. So I need to understand that. For that reason I need your cooperation. So please feel free to give me some sort of feedback. This will actually help us to improve in a both way. The more you provide, the more feedback you provide, I will able to understand what level of like learning you guys are doing. Based on that, I'll create my next videos, and based of the same feedback also I'll try to improve our quality, so I can create much more like filtered and better content, so that definitely it is going to help you guys. Okay, so that is the intention. And in between, if you guys are having any use case or any doubt or clarification, please feel free to write me. I'll try to answer all of your queries immediately. So that's it guys, we'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and happy learning.